In 1783, the state of Massachusetts abolished slavery, allowing a free black community to develop on the north slope of Beacon Hill in Boston. By the 1850s, they had grown very strong, and the African Meeting House was the center of their community. Not only was the Meeting House a church, but it was also a school, a community center, and a place for public speaking. Many people spoke here, both people who were influential in the community and people who were well known across the country. People came to share their ideas about freedom and abolition, about equal education, about civil rights, and about racial and gender equality. The Meeting House was also the place where men came to sign up for the Massachusetts 54th Regiment.
In 1863, after 2 years of Civil War, Abraham Lincoln allowed African Americans to fight in segregated units led by white officers. The Massachusetts 54th Regiment, led by Colonel Robert Gould Shaw, was the first of these units to fight. They are most well known for the Battle of Fort Wagner. Though this assault was a failure, the men of the 54th Regiment proved their bravery and value as soldiers.
But the fight for freedom wasn't only on the battlefield. It was on the streets on Boston as well. The community of Beacon Hill was crucial in this fight, for it held many stations in the Underground Railroad. The home of Lewis Hayden was perhaps the most famous of these stations. Hayden himself had escaped from slavery in Kentucky and moved to Boston with his wife, Harriet. Together they assisted many people in getting to their freedom and establishing new lives for themselves. This work became especially important when the Fugitive Slave Act was implemented in 1850. It allowed slave owners to hire federal officials to go into free states and retrieve those who had escaped slavery. But because of this community's hard work and activism, only 5 people were arrested in Boston under this law.
On the grave of old John Brown.
This community led the charge against slavery. They even pushed the limits towards equal rights. In the work that they did, they were truly ahead of their time.
Glory, glory, hallelujah, his soul goes marching on.